My name's Luke Morris and I'm working on Comedy Victoria, which is stand-up comedy nights, comedy entertainment around regional Victoria, just a way of giving more fun and laughter around the community.
So I'm Sharon Custers. I am the Executive Director of Arena Theatre Company, so I produce live theatre and met Luke when this mentorship came up and have been really enjoying using some of my 20 years of experience in producing live events to kind of impart some of that to Luke, and particularly around things like touring, and we've done a lot of touring, that sort of thing. Yep.
What was interesting about being part of the mentor program was the opportunity to take all the things that I didn't know I was doing right and all the gaps in knowledge, because I've been working and producing things for a while and I sort of felt there was a ceiling and I wasn't sure, was there a ceiling? Was there a way, was there another door? What am I doing right? And then being involved in the mentor program was great, because there was things I was missing out on, but there was also things I was doing right, which I didn't know. It was just great to have that feedback. So it was really attractive in terms of learning how to grow. Yeah. So the last 12 months of mentorship has really helped, because my idea of Comedy Victoria wasn't there at the start. So basically I came in with ideas of how I can work on stage and do other little events for other people and do all these little things. And then through working with Sharon and just other contacts as I've learnt along the way, sort of created an idea and then created a broader, better framework for the whole thing. So it's just helped change from, I think it's this, I'm not really sure, to this is what we're doing.
Being involved, from 12 months ago to now, like just seeing the lots of ideas being honed into what I think is a really great idea, and kind of sort of maybe encouraging along the way, oh, maybe don't worry so much about that, that's not that important, focus on this, and then seeing what it's actually and I haven't barely done anything, but just kind of seeing, that the ideas become one really great idea, and then, being able to now see that become a success. That's why do you do it otherwise? So that's been great.
I'm going to jump on your point of saying you don't think you did much. You did a lot. It was if you don't get that sort of encouragement or those little points in the right direction, you don't go down that path, and it just doesn't happen. So that's why it was really great. Yeah,
which I think I didn't realise until doing this, the bits of knowledge that I kind of half assume that everyone knows, but they don't. And so, if he's talking about doing something, I'm like, no, you don't want to do it like that, because it's just a total waste of time, basically, because I know, because I've done that before. So to be able to kind of just make those little pointers and go, if I were you, I would do this, if I was doing this. So that's been really great to feel like the knowledge I've gained over the last 20 years of working in this industry actually can help someone who's, trying to make some success out of it. Yeah.
Some big successes from the mentor program was really getting confidence in some decisions that I had to make, and particularly on the fly, and because it's been such a turbulent year, having that sort of support, because there were some events that were planned to be sort of small, but because of things having to change, they turned into actually larger gigs, and it was great just feeling sort of like, no, we can do this. Yeah, this is doable. Don't be stressed. And you've got to take that step. If you don't take that step, where are you going to be anyway? And
that was, just to interrupt, that was the thing I definitely felt from 12 months ago to now, is that I felt like you had great ideas, but you didn't have the confidence to kind of put, so for example, when that went to a bigger event, I was like, you definitely can do that. I know that this is going to be a great event. Like I knew that just, inherently. But I think me knowing that maybe sort of made you feel like, oh yeah, okay, maybe we can. Yeah,
it is sort of scary thinking that, okay, now we've done this, what's next? I was like, oh God, I wouldn't have thought of what's next, without that 12 months. I would have just been like, okay, more of the same. But no, it's been good. That whole thing of being able to look back and look back 12 months and go, where were we then? Gosh, that's so different.
Yeah. And I really it's seeing you have all these sort of ideas and successes. I've really not thought that it's me that's, I've barely I mean, we've seen each other once a month, over, even less than that. And to think that small amount of time could have an influence and make you because you really are on a really great track now. And so, it's kind of weird to think that I've had some input in that. Yeah.
There's been the occasional email as well.
Yeah.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Yes. The obvious advice for anyone who's thinking about seeking a mentor is yes, do it. The thing is also, I guess, in thinking about it a bit more, is do sort of choose who you want to work with. I think I've been lucky here working with Sharon, but also I read through at the start that you had quite a few people, and all of them I could clearly see were highly qualified. I just sort of thought, who can I really learn from? And Sharon probably doesn't know this, but I did ask other people, saying, what do you think of that person? Who do you think? What do you think? And the advice came back, work with Sharon. And so do a little bit of research, know sort of what you want to do, even if you're not clear, like I wasn't. And that helps in sort of saying, well, that person can sort of help, and then, yeah, obviously they can. So a little bit of homework.
Advice I would give to someone who's considering being a mentor is that, first of all, it really doesn't take that much of your time. First of all, that's really important to consider because, if you're in a position where you have a lot of experience, it is little tidbits, small little bits of information that you just know, that those are the important things that the mentee needs. And just that small amount of time gives so much value to you in terms of feeling like you've made a difference, in someone's career, which is great. I mean, who doesn't want to have that feeling? It's great to be able to impart some of that experience and knowledge in a different setting to in your work environment. At work you're just doing tasks and getting things done, but to sort of step out of that and be able to just have a chat to someone and feel like just that small discussion is having an impact. I would say, that's my advice. It's been great. Yeah.
Well, I actually, out of this, and being more aware of looking for advice and being involved in getting ideas about production, I saw an opportunity to be part of a mentor program through the Theatre Network Australia, and so I'm actually going to be now paid to do and invest time in producing the Comedy Victoria and producing gigs regionally. And so it's only a 1 year gig at the moment, but from there, ants build anthills. You just got to start and go somewhere. So it's sort of changed from really being a lot of volunteer hours to I can plan some things to do on weekends. So it's up and up, hopefully.